Back to Pathfinder War for the Crown, Songbird, Scion, Saboteur. It is session 41, full-blown session 41. Nothing special we previously talked about, but a full-blown session. A lot of stuff happened last time. Someone got kidnapped. There's fighting on the streets. You're probably ostracized from the town for the rest of your lives. And Anna is in a cellar, looking like a guard, busting down the door for a fight. I'm going to do something interesting here. Two of you are going to be over here. The rest of us are going to be over here, because then I'd have to put everyone's tokens on the map, and, you know. Oh, no, I didn't want all of you here. I want you guys over there. There we go, that works. And everyone else should be here in the cellar, which is exactly what I wanted. You kick down the door, Anna, and you see Taevanae. You should be able to see this map at least. Perfect. You see Taevanae tied up in a chair. There are two guards in the room. The one with the red mark is the one who carried Taevanae here. And the other one is the one you previously heard talking to them back and forth about the money and what they're going to do with it. And you kick open the door, and they weren't ready for it. So let's roll some initiative, and you can get your surprise off, which I believe means you take a full turn. They don't get to go. Oh, this is an old one. Crap. I forgot to delete that. Okay, so roll it again and then just add your previous number, the good one.
Oh, wait. No, that's not how math works. Hold on.
No.
There we go.
Where's my people? There's my people. Blam. Blom. Okay. So Anna, yes, you kick open the door, you surprise them.
Sweet. So I want to move, and I'm going to follow this path. I'm essentially going to go here, and then here. I don't want to provoke attack of opportunity from this guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm going to kick the shit out of this guy. 25 to hit.
That will do it.
Awesome. 10 points of slashing damage, no sneak damage because I had to move.
Of course.
Hold
okay.
On. Let me check on that. I don't think I have improved math. Oh, correct. I do not. Okay, cool. But yeah, that is my surprise round. Just ran a whack.
Okay. I mean, Taevanae, you technically get one because of things we've talked about. You are conscious. They did want you awake for this. And you also are rattled awake to the sound of a door getting kicked in, and the soldier is kind of shouting a little bit.
Okay. Anastasia, as you run in, you do see me all tied up and such, and I guess I lift my head at this point, kind of groggy and eyes clenched or whatever. I'm still tied up. Do they have their pokey sticks?
You see the one who brought you here, because previously he threw down his halberd. He does not have his halberd in his hand. This guy does have his halberd.
Well, that's no good. Okay. I'll have to do exactly nothing.
Nothing is a good thing. Sometimes. Surprised. All right, no longer surprised, but back to Anna.
Or
Yeah.
no? Yeah?
As long as the
Yes.
feint doesn't in itself involve movement.
No, it just says you replace your movement with the feint action.
Yes, because that's what I would do with my vigilante.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna 5-foot step here, and then I'm gonna feint this guy. So it's a bluff check to me versus the opponent's 10 plus wisdom plus base attack bonus.
Got it.
Bluff. I bluff you for 25.
What is the? Sorry, I was googling something. 10 plus wisdom plus base attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that'll do it.
Awesome, cool. I'm gonna hit him with my sword. 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. For 22 points of damage, 6 slashing and 16 sneak.
Okay. Understood. Just looking something up real quick. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Let's see here. Okay. This guy doesn't appreciate being hurt. Let's see here. Let me see here. Someone remind me on the rules here. A 5-foot step isn't a move action. It just takes all your movement.
Right. If you take the 5-foot step, you can't use the move action to move at all.
Right. Can you 5-foot step and then draw a weapon? Because drawing a weapon is a move action.
Yeah, but it doesn't
think
make
so.
you physically move across the board.
Correct.
Yes. So for instance, I can have him 5-foot step back and then draw his crossbow.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Okay. But those are his actions, so he can't then fire the crossbow.
He didn't spend a standard. Yeah, I think he can shoot one shot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He can shoot if he keeps it in tension and loaded.
That's also true. Because they have the loading
Well,
property, right?
yeah, sure, but where's the fun in that with a villain? He's gonna shoot.
Okay.
He's gonna 5-foot step back, panic, grab his crossbow, and fire a bolt at you, Anna. Try to fire a bolt at you.
Okie dokie.
I don't think a 20 does it.
Correct.
Not a nat 20, just a 20-20.
Okay, dirty 20, nope.
Alright, Tave. Still acting like you're out of it?
Yeah. Still acting like that. I mean, I'm gonna, keep an eye out and maybe lock eyes with Anna, but other than that, I don't have the
Alright.
clearance to do anything right now.
Got it. This guy is going to swing his halberd and miss horribly. Anna.
Love him missing. 5-foot step, hitting crossbow guy.
Okay.
Bluff check.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Let's see here.
10 wisdom. 10 plus wisdom plus
That'll do it.
base. It will? Okay, cool. That's a 19 to hit.
You cut him down.
Awesome. And then I will pivot on my heel and stare at this one. But remember, Tave, the person that's standing in front of you has the build of a man and is in full black from head to toe. Like, it's very hard to distinguish who this person is. I think by gut feeling, you'd probably know it's Anastasia, but especially if, if you recognize her movements.
Potentially.
See here. Need to look at another rule here. Just reading something. Okay. I'm gonna roll something. Assuming, Tave, you're still doing your usual.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something here. Okay. I need to see another thing. I'm sorry. Figuring things out. Boom, 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 doom, doom. This is such a dumb question that I'm about to ask. Are there rules for shutting doors? Like, is it movement? Is it an action?
I think the kind of manipulate object thing is a swift?
Zero thinks that's right.
The swift action consumes a very small amount of time, but represents a larger expenditure of effort than a free action. You perform one swift action per turn without affecting your ability to perform other actions. So I guess it would be a swift, grabbing a door and then slamming it shut.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna spend his entire full action to withdraw. Which I was reading up. It's his entire full-blown action. He moves double his speed, and no visible attacker can take an attack of opportunity against him. So he is gonna run, and then slam the door shut. I think gets right there. So seeing the other guy get cut down and his own swings missing against this person clad in black who came out of nowhere. You know, it's the I'm not getting paid enough for this. Maybe I am, but not for this attitude. And he turns on his heels and books it, closing the door, and you can hear him running. Anna.
Okay.
What are we thinking?
I'm wondering if I can tackle him. I don't think I can.
Gotta catch him first.
What's your rule on called shots, Pi? If like, because here's what I'm thinking. Takes a move action to take out a weapon, right? Is that what we decided?
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
But I think there was something about dropping a weapon and then pulling another one out. Also, let's see. Making a called shot. A called shot is an attack aimed at a particular body part. Called shots are divided into 3 basic difficulty groups: easy, tricky, and challenging. Easy called shots represent large areas of the body and are made out of -2. Tricky shots are a -5, and difficult shots are a -10.
Didn't expect him to run like a little bitch.
And I will say, upon entering the cellar, you definitely would have noticed another, like, cellar door on the opposite side of the room. You can guarantee that's where he's running to.
Could I clock whether it was locked or not?
You aren't sure.
Okay.
Actually, no. Coming in, no. It did not have a lock over it. You can assume the one that you went to was locked because they were actively running here, and so they likely locked it as they entered. So the other one did not appear to have a lock, is what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I think I'll give chase for now. So I'm gonna go here, here. 5. You know what? No, I'm gonna free Taeve.
Okay.
So I will cut her loose, and actually I'd probably be in front of her, not behind her. I will cut her loose, and I will just very briefly drop the illusion that I'm in, so she sees that it's me. If I can tell that she's conscious, and I will just essentially force feed her a greater healing potion.
Sure. One of the special potions you have.
Yes, but I don't recall how many.
It is 2d8 plus 4. Either of you are welcome to roll it.
I got it. Hell yeah, I got it. 16. And as I do, I'll kind of set her up right if she's leaning, and get the ropes off of her hands and say, "Taeve, wake up, we gotta go."
I'm gonna end the combat, but can both of you roll me perceptions, please? Both of you hear the telltale sound of a cellar door opening and then being slammed shut.
Oh, so he went outside.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He was running to the opposite cellar door. Not the one you came in. There was another one on the opposite side that you saw.
Oh, okay. So for mental landscape, because I'm not going to move my token out because I think that's rude. There's 2 different cellar exits, and then there's one that leads into the main house, right?
So, okay. Because this cellar is completely made up by me and isn't actually a part of the map of the house.
Okay.
We'll say that the one you came into in front. Okay, I'm just gonna move you myself. This one is the outdoors.
Okay.
This one is the one you heard him run through. This one goes into the house. You do see that there would have been other doors in the cellar that go elsewhere, but this one, outdoor entrance, indoor entrance.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you're back into the room.
Thank you. Okay, if we are out of initiative and Tay is coming to, as soon as she sees that it's me, I'm gonna tug on my disguise gear and I'm gonna go back into that male ninja form.
Mm-hmm. And Taevanae, you are conscious and now untied. They did not have time to really remove anything from you other than your weapon is on this table.
Okay. I guess I silently stand and, like, as I'm walking to the table where they set my weapon, I wipe my hands on my face, sort of rubbing the sleep and the pain away. Wow, okay. For giving myself another 11, or rather pulling me up to full. But otherwise, I look and act fairly lethargic, but I do pick up my meteor hammer.
Understood.
Okay, we are gonna go out the same way I came in. Do you have enough strength to run?
I kind of hold myself still for a second and then just nod.
All right, grab your things, let's go. And I will lead us out. And then I will go to my exit and I will listen to see if I hear any of the guards walking by.
Okay, that's the exit into the house. This is the one you came from.
My bad. This one.
You put your ear to the door. You can roll me perception.
Oh, shit. I don't hear Jack, huh?
So, I will tell you that maybe it's the adrenaline, still thrumming through your ears, that you aren't really able to hear anything currently. Maybe you have to take a moment to cool yourself before getting a better hearing, but you do remember right before you entered the cellar door, you did hear guards rounding the corner of the building, of the estate, to walk in your direction.
Yeah. I just didn't know where they were going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there were guards doing a circle, but in this moment, the thrumming of your ears, the heartbeat in your head, of the adrenaline, you just can't quite catch if you can hear people directly out there or not.
Got it. Okay. So I will grab the halberd that I had carried in from one of the guards. Well, backpedal a little bit. I shut the door. Sorry. I shut the door after Tave leaves. So this door shut. Whoopee. I grab the halberd that I dropped here. And then after my bad sense of listening, I will change from my ninja form into the garb. And I will gesture for Taevanae to step here next to me. So I am going out first, and I'm the only thing that is seen as I walk out. And I'm going to count to 10 very slowly and very quietly so Tave can hear, and then I will just open the door very casually.
Okay.
Great.
Desmond, roll me a D100. Okay, thank you. As you walk outside, in the outfit of the guards, holding the halberd, you walk out. Taevanae, you have your back to the wall, and as you walk out, Anna, opening the cellar door, light illuminating the interior. You step outside. Meeting you, kind of like having already been on patrol, seemingly, is a set of 2 guards. As you kind of walk out, they both pause, and one of them says to you, "Hey, what's going on down there? Captain doesn't seem too keen to tell us. You got all the luck, it seems. What are you lot doing down there?"
I will shake my head no and tap like my throat and try to like tell them that like I'm sick. I can't talk.
Okay, that's a bluff.
Sure. 20.
That's
Dirty
pretty good. Let's see. Bluff is an opposed skill check against sense motive. Let's see. I'm just gonna see here.
Would I be able to get off casting a spell?
What type of spell?
One that affects me?
You can. When, I should ask, before or after the door was open?
I think based on the circumstances, you know what? I don't care. I'm casting Honeyed Tongue on myself.
Got it. Okay.
Gosh, it is only diplomacy.
So, one of the guards, as you do this, Anna, one of the guards seems convinced, but the other one has this kind of eye on him, that looks you up and down, and hmm. You sure? The captain would have sent you to the church a while ago if you were too sick to act on the job. Kind of walks a bit closer to you.
I try to mimic to tell him that we're short-staffed. And I'm not really too sure how one would try to convey that.
I don't know either.
If one of them was carrying a staff, I think I would do like a measure of like a short person and then point to the staff.
That's so stupid.
It's so stupid, but it would work.
That's so stupid.
Short-staffed.
I would think that from a fair perspective, it's either going to be performance or linguistics paired with an adjoining bluff check.
That's so stupid. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna, yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a combined perform and bluff. It's gonna be a bluff in the sense that they're gonna have a chance to see through you, of course. But it's a perform in the sense that you're getting across, you're performing the hand gestures to get it across. So I think I'm gonna ask for a main perform, but add your, I'm not gonna say total, add 5 to your perform.
I do have miscellaneous to my bluff due to my background. Would you allow me to add that as well?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so here it is with those bonuses added. 25.
Okay, and I am gonna roll for them to see if they see through it.
Yep. Just the one guard, though, right? Because he's the one that's suspecting.
Yes.
Okay.
And I need to think. Okay. The guard is going to, watch what you do, and, he nods his head and understands it and says, yeah, that makes sense. Most of us are being dispatched to the streets. Something about a riot going on. All right, well, get back to work, and the two of them, he kind of nudges his buddy, and they continue walking their patrol around the estate.
Awesome. Assuming that I can wait until they are around a corner and there are no other guards in sight, I will signal for Taevanae to run across to the bushes where I had found the entrance. And then as soon as she does, I will close the cellar door and then follow her, and then in the bushes, change into... No, I will step out in the guard costume to make sure that there are no guards around. If it's clear, I will drop my form, signal Taevanae to go through, and then we will take off.
Okay. Can both of you roll me stealth?
I can try. Yep, 22.
Okay. Okay. You guys take off running, going through the gates. Sneaking your way through the gates, not going through the front entrance, I imagine. But actually going
Correct.
through the bars of the gates and
No way.
Dipping
You can't
into
see
the city once again. Where are you guys running? Where is your destination?
I am taking Taevanae through every back street that I know to avoid any guards whatsoever, and I'm taking her directly back to my house. We're not stopping anywhere.
Understood. Understood.
And since this is my city, I know exactly where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go back here now. However, it is not for combat purposes. To speed things up, if you will. Let me find something. To speed things up, if you will. Brom and Desmond, as you guys are defending yourselves and trying to create a moment of reprieve from the guards, you get to a point where both of you realize we are not making any headway. They are just going to keep coming, and there's nothing we can do here. This is an en masse guard response to the situation, and more are going to keep coming. So eventually, the two of you turn and begin running through the city. Where do you go, and what do you do to get away from the guards? Where's your first destination?
All right, chasing. I think Desmond's concern would be going through the back alleys so that they do not know where he's going. He would want to follow after Anastasia, but he has no idea where she really went. So I think what he's going to do is one, try to lose the guards in the back streets, and two, try to mentally visualize where the midpoint between her house and he has a rough direction of like a direction that she went. So I think he wants to try to intercept her on the way back. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't know for sure she went this one. Song Manor or whatever.
And are you bringing Brom with you, or are you letting Brom fend for himself?
No, of course I'm bringing Brom with me.
Okay.
So, I guess the first phase of that would be creating like slippery ice scapes so that the guards slip, and I'll ask Brom to help by like throwing boxes and crap
Mhm.
across the alley, and we'll try to slow him down that way, I think.
Okay. Rather than stealth, both of you guys give me perceptions.
Okay.
Okay. As you begin running through the alleyways, maybe cutting across some streets, you do at some point, look behind you and realize that the guards have stopped following. They might have followed for a street or two or an alleyway or two, but then they stop, seemingly, and they are no longer on your tail, at least for now, or that you notice. And as you kind of get to this midpoint, Desmond, as you begin to maybe get to like a center fountainhead, you can see the estate of the Zafeíri family off in the distance, not too far away, maybe a couple blocks. You don't see Anna. You do not see either of them.
Okay. I think Desmond would probably tell Brom, head back to the manor as quickly as you can. I'll stick around here, and I'll look out for Anna and Taevanae. If they don't come within the next hour or so, I'll return.
Right, understood. Careful. Is there any rag that that's in the alleyway that I can use to sort of cover as my outfit and my hammer?
You could find rags. They might not be big enough to fully cover you, but
I'll use it to cover like my lower half and have my
mhm,
hammer just sort of slink over there. At least my weapon is covered.
mhm.
And yeah. I'll try to make myself look like a worker.
Okay. I'm going to send us here. Kind of keep this on and then throw this on. So, Anna and Taevanae. The two of you are running through the streets, making your way through the back alleys, and eventually you do indeed see Anna's estate. The question is, do you run through the front gates and through the front door, or do you do anything special to enter?
Oh no. Oh no. No. I take Taevanae through a secret entrance that I have been using to get in and out of the manor for a very, very long time. And I will take her in that way.
Okay. You are able to do so.
Essentially,
And
we
you
pop up
enter-
in like the backyard.
You probably through a cellar door. You go through another cellar and pop up through the opposite entrance in the backyard. Likely to the surprise of some of these stable workers that you just pop up on.
Probably. If there's an old guy that's been doing it for a while and he sees it's me, he's just gonna go, oh.
Yeah, and even the younger workers, they see this and know not to question it. They likely give you a nod as, the master of the house, but you guys do pop up in the backyard of the estate.
Awesome.
I give a sheepish wave as I pass by.
Perfect. And I lead I lead Taevanae inside through the back door, which is probably like the kitchen area, and I go immediately to the storage area where there is likely a couple mugs, and I grab two and I set them down on what I imagine is a little island in front of them, and then I go to a cabinet, I throw it open, I grab a bottle of wine, I walk over, I uncork it, and I pour 2 glasses and I push one towards Taevanae. I set the bottle down, I pick up my glass and I just stare at her.
Likewise, when the glass or mug of the cup of wine is set in front of me, I stare into the cup, into the wine for a solid while, even kind of shifting it to see my reflection.
And, as this is happening, maybe a minute or two goes by, a couple seconds even. Eventually, you guys do hear the sound of, someone approaching, and you hear this voice say, "Oh, what is all this racket?" And around the corner is the butler, Alfred, who, rounds the corner into the little storage section, of the kitchen. And sees the two of you, and says, "Oh, Lady Anastasia, I'm so sorry, I didn't." And then pauses for a moment. Are the two of you okay?
Our shopping trip got cut short due to chaos that happened outside, and we had to depart quickly. Could you please send somebody to retrieve the supplies for the food house tonight and get all that prepared? The activities that happened really startled all of us, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to assist tonight, but the supplies are purchased.
Yes, of course. When he turns to walk away, and then turns once more and says, "What do I tell your sister?"
Tell her that there's a lot of chaos in the street. Her sister has made it home safe, and she should not leave tonight. Oh, and don't tell her I'm drinking her favorite bottle of wine. She'll get pissed.
No, understood. And he'll walk away to begin collecting people and drafting something up.
Wonderful. And then I will just look at Taevanae with my glass. I will kind of push her glass a little bit closer to her and say, "Just drink."
And drink I do.
Maybe into your second or even third cup glass, when the two of you hear the front door open in a rushed manner.
I think even before that, like probably even at the bottom of cup 1, I probably break out into a quiet sob, honestly. And my body language is very guarded and very pulled in. But yeah, that'll happen around glass 1.
By glass 2, probably 2.5, Anastasia's beside you. She does not reach to embrace you or anything like that, but she's like, if you're like leaning against the counter with like maybe your elbows on it, like she's basically mimicking you and how you're standing. And then every now and then she would just like lean over and just give you just an ever so small like shoulder touch, but it's nothing more more than that. It's more like I'm here for you, but not being intrusive.
Mhm. It's probably quiet for a while before I speak again, so I suppose we should get to the bottom of glass 3.
Yep. Just continuously
You know, I'm
pouring wine.
gonna,
I'm
I'm gonna put.
every now and then you can catch me looking at the door because you kind of get that my statement to Alfred of this is my sister's favorite bottle of wine. Please don't tell her. Might actually be not a joke. Like, oh God, please don't let Chastity come back
And
here.
And by the bottom of glass 3, constantly looking at the door is when you hear the front door hurriedly open. You don't see the front door. I imagine it is, front door, hallway, to the side. I mean, you could obviously retcon this, but I'm imagining front door, hallway. To the side is the little sitting area you all convened in, and then behind that is the kitchen and storage room. So at most you would see into the sitting room, but you would hear the front door being opened in a hurried manner.
Yep.
Do you do anything? Okay. Brom, you throw open the door of the estate to dead quiet.
I suppose I'm just gonna look around to see if make sure nothing is out of place. Is there any Is there any of Anastasia's attendants around that sort of startled?
Give me a perception.
Right.
You do not currently see anyone out. Nor do you see anything weird with the house. It's just very quiet.
I suppose I'll sort of call out, hello? Anyone here?
And the two in the storage room hear the voice of Brom call out if anyone's there.
Anastasia would respond and say, we're back here in the kitchen, just enjoying a drink.
When I hear the word we, I'm gonna rush over to see who she meant by we.
And you run over and you see Anastasia, and despite being healed with magic, I imagine, Taeve, you're still very bloodied and bruised.
Healing magic doesn't clean you.
Yeah, so you see Anna there and a bloodied and bruised Taevanae, both with their third cup of wine.
Oh, Taevanae, you're all right. Last time I saw you, actually I didn't see her get carried away. But Desmond was saying that you got taken away. Are you all right?
I don't meet your eyes. In fact, I'm still looking at the same place. But I slowly shake my head and then take another sip.
And then I suppose I'm gonna look at Anastasia as like, how are you? Are you okay?
I realize I would probably benefit from going out on a couple more runs, but I'm fine. Where's Desmond?
Desmond is staking out the Palace of Birdsong to make sure, just to see if any, well, I suppose to check if you guys were all right, if you guys were still there.
Point of order, that's not exactly what happened, and you would have walked away from this central point in the city. So we're going to assume that you said the
Okay.
correct spot, unless you intend to send
Yeah,
them back
yeah,
to
yeah.
Palace of Birdsong.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Ah, I see. Well, somebody should probably retrieve him. Do you feel okay going back and getting him, or would you like me to go get him?
I sort of cannot go out in the moment. We sort of caused a ruckus, so I'm going to need to maintain a low profile for a while.
I see. Seems like I will be making a trip. But first, and I will go to the glass shelf. I will grab 2 more glasses. I will put it on the table. I will go to the wine area. I will grab 2 more bottles of wine, and I will put it on the table. And I will look at Brom and say, "Please, make sure she has more drinks. Help yourself. I will be right back." And I will leave through the front door to go get Desmond.
Before she leaves, I just tell her, careful.
I'll be fine. I'm working on my cardio today, I guess.
Okay. To speed things up and get the group together, as you're walking out, Anna, not too far from your house at this point, you would see Desmond making his way to the estate, and you are able to meet up with each other. Enough time has passed for you, Desmond, that you go, I should just get back to the house, and you end up walking, and you see, as clear as day, Anna has definitely made it back before you somehow.
All right. Would I have been able to kind of eavesdrop on any guards in the area? I would have transformed and changed my appearance, but I would have probably tried to eavesdrop to get some sense or clue of what's going on.
That all depends. Would you have walked back to the scene of the crime?
Only if it was only marginally out of the way. But if it isn't, then I would just head back.
It is out of the way enough to the point where Anna would not catch you if you went.
Yeah, I probably would have just only been in that area, and if the guards were going about there, or if there was no guard presence, then I would have done something else. I would have started rumors that the guards attacked nobles out of the blue.
There would be guard presence, but very minimum.
Oh, okay.
You see a patrol, but it seems to be maybe the only patrol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a big guard presence at all. I'm just gonna start rumors.
Okay.
And then after the time passes, then I'll head back towards
Mm-hmm.
the Zafeíri estate.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for rumor mill.
You could certainly try.
Okay.
You could certainly try.
That would be a bluff.
Well, you could certainly try, but I can tell you that I'm gonna pull a moment where, there's not really a DC for this, because you can spread rumors, but the entire city's against your word. It's the word of the entire guard against yours, and it's not gonna matter.
Okay. All right. Well, if I'm kind of getting GM vibes that like it's not really worth an attempt, then I'll just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. You can certainly roll. I'm not going to stop you if you want to roll fun math dice. Your fun math dice won't mean anything in the long run.
Okay. Yeah. If it's not going to mean anything, I'll just skip it.
So then the two of you do eventually meet up with each other midway.
Anastasia, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Just a little winded. Probably should work on my cardio a little more. Let's return to the estate.
Yes. Yeah. Fill me in on what happened after you escaped down the alleyway.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just hurried home. And she will give a smile that says, I am not talking about this in public.
Is there anyone around us that could possibly hear this?
I mean, there are still civilians. It's a populated city.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just the guard presence is very minimum because they've all been pulled to the scene of a bunch of dead guards.
Okay.
Also the middle of the day, so.
It is also the middle of the day.
Okay. Assuming that it's peak traffic at the middle of the day, then I probably would be wise enough to not speak about it in a crowded area either.
What I will do, though, as we're walking, is I will kind of casually point out specific sections of town, essentially giving Desmond an understanding of the path that we took to get back to the manor. Being like, oh, over there's a great, on the other side of the alley over there is a great little bakery shop, and then down around this corner here is a long forgotten jewelry store that's really pretty. Like, and I'll kind of like give him a small play-by-play of how we got back without getting caught. But to anybody who's listening, it would sound like I'm talking to somebody who obviously has never been to the town before, of essentially local hidden treasures and the quickest way to get to them.
I see. And these tourist attractions kind of lead to the capital of the city?
Oh yes, if you bounce around from location to location, you will end up with a beautiful view of the Palace of Birdsong. Stunning structure.
Did Taevanae enjoy a tour?
I think we girls were a little too rushed. I think we'll have to make a full day of it instead of just the morning.
I see. Do you think the staff would be more attentive next time we visit?
Hard to say. There wasn't very many staff in most of the places that we visited, but, there's always at least one good person there, and I'm sure that they'll realize that at certain hours they may need to increase the presence of staff to be able to meet their needs.
Yes, I see. Brom and I had some great discussions with a great many people, and they did not stand to any of Brom or my logic. And things got a little fiery in the debate, and we had to call it early for the day.
Do you feel like you stepped away, changing the hearts and minds and being victorious, or do you feel like there was a little bit more than you could handle?
Well, that's a fair question. I'm not sure how to answer that. I believe we finished the discussions with the people who have participated, but there were many others who had not had a chance to debate us.
I see. Sounds like, well, you were dealing with many people and conversing with others. Taevanae and I were kind of left to fend for ourselves with the lack of members of the shop, but oh well.
I see. Well, it seems we've all had a long day.
We'll say by this point you guys walk through the door of the estate.
I don't suppose you have a drink?
Oh, Tave and I are minimum 3 drinks in right now, and hopefully Brom's had at least 1 or 2, and Taevanae may be on 5. But yes, we are drinking right now. I feel like we all need that, and I will grab Desmond by his hand and take him back into the kitchen and hand him what what I'm hoping is waiting for a full cup for him, and I will grab mine and take a nice long drink. I will definitely look at Tave. I want to see how her mood has shifted since I left versus coming back.
Mood is perhaps a bit more open. Still sulking. Puffy cheeks, but not presently crying.
I think Desmond would kind of assess the situation, kind of try to go down a tactful route, but still try to express his sympathies. I think if Taevanae's glass were empty or nearing empty, Desmond would take the nearest bottle of wine and fill it back up at least to half. Kind of just trying to read her expression. And just a small pat on her shoulder before he takes a seat himself and begins to partake.
Yeah, I see you partially fill my glass, and I think at this point I'm keen to let my glass sit on the table. And I just look around at the 3 of you.
Desmond wouldn't be saying anything, but he would be taking a sip of the wine and kind of just sitting in silence. I don't think he personally feels like he has much to contribute to explaining what happened, so he's just gonna wait.
I definitely feel the eyes on me, and day drinking, never done this before.
I think Desmond's going to chuckle, and he's going to say, "Specific acts can override general alignment, my friend."
can be a nasty habit. Don't get used to it, Anastasia says with a little wag to her finger as she fills her 5th cup.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel unbalanced.
Do you wish to retire for the night, Taevanae?
I'm not going out there if that's what you're asking.
No, of course not. I meant go to bed. It's been the day's not even over, but it's been a hell of a day for all 4 of us.
I'll be in my room. I gotta
Alright.
stitch up my garb.
Alright.
And off Taevanae goes to your upstairs room, leaving the 3 of you left behind.
When I hear the pitter patter get quieter and quieter, Anastasia will look to the boys and say, "So what happened with you guys?"
I thought I explained this. We had a very fiery debate with very many police officers who may or may not be dead now.
So, how many?
Okay. In fairness, GM, there must have been a step between. Okay, we kind of have this handled, and oh god, this is getting kind of bad. How many would we have gotten?
You would have gone through a patrol and a half before you realized there's way too many and we need to run. So that's about, honestly, for the response of the guard, because it was less, at that point, it was less, we're responding to these people because we're in on it, and more so a group of guards have been killed and we're responding to that. You would have maybe gone through 6 guards before you were gonna feel you were being overwhelmed.
Okay, so then it would have been the 3 that were left and 3 more, and then like way too many started coming in.
More like the original 3 and then the 3 that joined it.
Well, we had already killed 5. So we would have killed 1 more, and then the 2 remaining would have chased us.
You killed 4. 1 of the original guards who were part of the kidnapping.
Oh, and then a wave of 3.
A wave of 3, and then you would have made it through, not counting the original 2 guards who were watching, you would have made it through the first wave, and then the second wave, and then would have realized they're responding to us killing guards.
Okay.
We need to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we killed just a little over half a dozen. And I do not have confidence to say that they were all in on this, which is sort of the main reason we left.
That's a good reason to leave. I was able to kill the one that took Taevanae, so I believe that means all the witnesses that saw Taevanae get captured and saw your guys' faces are currently not able to talk about it. I did let one guy escape. It was either that or chase him down, possibly get caught, and risk both of us sitting in that cellar. But they did say that they were working for... They gave a name, right? When the two of them were talking to each other, DM?
Okay, so 2 points here. One, the approaching guards who were running after Brom and Desmond did see the two of them. They were spotted fleeing from the scene of the crime. 2, they did not give a name. They just said, "Man, we're getting paid pretty good, right?"
Oh, yeah.
Or I think I had one of them say, "Man, why are you getting paid more than me?" or something like that. They did not give a proper name, but they were talking about, how much they were getting paid.
Gotcha. Okay. For logistics side, they did kill Brom and Desmond killed the two people that killed they killed all the guards that saw Taevanae getting ran off with that would connect them to Taevanae, right?
In the moment, yes. You do know for a fact that there are more guards who want Taevanae for reasons. Those were not the only ones.
Yes, but the ones that they killed are the ones that could put 2 and 2 together that Brom and Desmond are linked to Taevanae. Those people are dead.
That you know of. Taevanae knows more because they were there to listen to them. Taevanae would know that the guards simply said, this is the one our captain said to look out for. That's the weapon. So for Taevanae, it could be the entire guard force is in on it. But for you guys, the 2 guards that were seemingly connected to Taevanae were removed.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just wanted to eliminate the connection of Brom and Desmond to Taevanae, because there was the 3 guards, and then there were the 2 that approached. There were the 3 that approached as the guy was running away with Taevanae, and then I think the other guards that came would not know that the 2 of them were connected to Taevanae. Am I right?
The connection to Taevanae is removed. The connection to the murders of the guards, not removed.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that the clarity of the connection to Taevanae is gone.
So any of the approaching guards who would have seen them fled the scene don't have the thought of they were stopping something, and more these 2 people just killed our own and now they're criminals.
Gotcha. And then I will end my statement with the boys of I did, as I was leaving, my disguise worked, and some of the guards admitted that they did not know what was going on in the cellar. And the cellar is directly where Taevanae was taken. So I can't help but wonder if whatever's going on with Taevanae is linked with a smaller group of people.
It's a conspiracy. Alright, well, we don't know who the conspirators are. I don't think it's wise for us to stay much longer here either. But we should probably leave when we have the cover of night at least. It would be easier to hide her if people are actually after her.
Oh, that's not the only issue. If a few guards, because they would just describe our appearance, right? Now, they don't know who they are, who we are, but they'll basically put up wanted posters or something, or if, just describing the fact that, yeah, we did kill a couple of guards. That makes us wanted.
At it is what it is. At the very least, we're a crowd of people who saw the guards attack Taevanae, and they saw me try to defend her. But if the people here just are not open to hearing those bystander stories, there's not much we can do.
I will be right back, and I will grab the half-used current bottle of wine and slide the new bottle of wine between the two boys, and venture upstairs and knock on Tape's door.
Anna?
Yeah, it's me.
Come in.
And I will open the door and step inside and shut it quietly behind me. You want to finish off the bottle?
Not really. I'm already pricking myself as it is. And looking over, you see Taevanae wearing less, and I've got some kind of like sewing kit, and I'm trying my best to fix up my clothing, and it's kind of working. But you can also see like a bruise or two already starting to form on my fingertips.
Anastasia will let out a little sigh and walk to you and just very gingerly take whatever you're working on from you and say, please, I have wonderful staff that can help with this. Don't hurt yourself. Let's have them clean it up. They'll take care of it. You can wear something of mine or something of Chastity's, but don't stress yourself with this, okay?
Okay.
I will also set the half-drank bottle of wine on the bedside table. And then as I'm kind of like tucking whatever items she needs repaired under my arm, I will turn to her and say, I'm not going to ask, but if you do want to tell, I will listen and I will be here. And I think I've proven that today. And I will turn around and start to the door.
I think it would do me good.
Okay.
I was supposed to be free. Free from my past. I got a blessing from my goddess, and it entirely changed my life. And somehow it's still back to haunt me. In more ways than one. The guards aren't after me for more than money. But there are others who are absolutely after me. And I wish they would just leave me alone.
Okay. I cannot help you get the freedom that you seek without knowing what you're running for. I know you know that. And I'm, again, not going to ask for your story. But I'm here when you're ready to tell it.
Yeah. It'll come.
Alright. For now, finish that bottle of wine, get a good night's rest, and in the morning your clothes will be fixed. Would you like me to bring you a spare set in case you want to wander about?
Yes, please. And thank your staff for me.
I will. They're great people. You're in good hands. You're safe here. And I will step outside. I will find a nearby housekeeper and ask her if she can tailor up the clothes so it feels better, so it's in better condition. And then I will go to my room. I will grab essentially really like comfy PJs, and I will bring them back to Taeve, just very gently setting them on the edge of the bed and say, you do not need to come out and join us, but I'm pretty sure we're all going to be just enjoying some drinks and relaxing and eating food. If you do want some food, stick your head out, flag down whoever's walking by. They'll be more than happy to bring you something to eat. But this is your safe space. Stay here for as long as you need.
Thank you.
Of course, we're friends. And she'll give like a very gentle smile and then step outside and shut the door and go back down to where the guys are.
Anastasia, have you ever had a snow cone with wine?
No, but that sounds genius and could probably make a lot of money if you weren't a wanted criminal right now.
Shut up and try it.
Well, that kind of leads into my follow-up question. Before you all retire for the night, what do you guys? Is there anything you'd like to do before you all head to your individual rooms, or are you all just truly drinking, eating, and waiting till the night comes?
I think Desmond would want a definitive plan of action on how we're going to get out of here.
Feel free to discuss.
Well, it is probably a good idea that we leave soon, maybe before dawn, because when word gets back to dang it, what's the guy's name?
Hisarn.
Hisarn. When the word gets back to him, they know you came into town with me. So if we leave early in the morning, we should be able to dodge before he makes his way here. He may be on a mission, but it is still a noble estate that he has to respect time frames and things of that nature.
Would I be able to make a check on that to see if that's true? Like, could they just come and try to take us?
Knowledge nobility. It's. I mean, there is a sense of respect between, noble houses and nobility. But you're playing with the baron of the town, the one who oversees the place. If he wants you guys, he's gonna get you guys.
Okay. Assuming that we kind of discuss in depth what's happened between our two parties when we were split up. Can Desmond make theories on like who's paying these guys off? He has no idea like what Taevane's background is, but like could he theorize like who could outpay Baron Lothi?
Your mind would go to, I mean, it's an easy thing to theorize, and going back to the very beginning, your mind could go to any of the Senate members back in the very beginning, back in Opara.
Okay.
You know, the pure rich of the rich.
All right. So my brain with my background, it all points back to some undefined Oparan elite is like the only person that can be outpaying Count Bartleby.
Yeah, it's definitely, your mind definitely goes to like, Bartleby is rich for merit. He is rich for being in this county, in this country. This is his sect. You know, he is rich for this section. Someone who is rich for just rich is clearly wants Taevanae and is clearly has the money to outpay a baron of an entire county.
Okay.
So you know it's someone within the elite of the elite. That's not a unfair thing to theorize.
Okay.
And you all have seen the elite of the elite, so it's also a secondary thing to not think unfair, because you guys have seen rich, and then you've seen fuck off money rich.
Right. Yeah. As the ambassador of war, I suppose Desmond probably would have seen a great deal of that at least, even if he himself personally didn't have fuck off money.
Yeah, you guys have seen rich, and then you've seen rich with a capital RICH.
Okay. I think where I'm going is this. Because Desmond wants to get ahead of this while trying to keep all four of us as safe as possible. These are his people. He's going to keep them safe, even if he is lawful evil. Like, his thing is just, these people are the only people I care about. Everyone can fuck off. So, he is going to. Can I make a nobility assessment for Desmond? I'm wondering if it would be reasonable to think that it is a noble insult to literally flash your money and get someone's own law enforcement like off their payroll, like without any sort of, you know, diplomatic movement.
Okay. How can I best describe this? Let me think here. Find something real quick. Read something. Okay. I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
It would be a normally, yes, that could be seen as an insult. If the nobility you weren't also currently dealing with weren't villainous in their own right. So, the best way I can describe this, and what you know of Bartleby and what you've been told, is it's essentially like, this is such a dumb way to describe this. It's essentially the Joker going to the Penguin and going, I'm taking over your crew for a while, deal with it. And the Penguin being like, okay.
Oh, okay, so do I kind of get that sense here that Count Bartleby is completely complicit with his people being paid off by someone else?
It's very likely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to come up with intrigue solutions to our predicament, but for the life of me, I can't think of anything other than, okay, we just gotta get out of here and go home. And then if he comes to get us, we fight him.
You could send the information that there is people within the Bartleby estate that are being paid off by somebody else to Bartleby's sister, the princess. If anybody can offer a solution or maybe a helping hand, it would probably be her.
To Lady Lothie?
Yeah.
I guess.
And I will say, the original mission is Martella Lothide sent you here to gain support and to overthrow her half-brother, Count Bartleby Lothide.
Right. And look, okay, so looking at it in multiple perspectives, as Desmond, he wants to gather enough support and build enough rapport with people such that that is even mildly politically plausible. He's trying to flip enough people, and he feels like with the crowd having seen the police force attack Taevanae, having publicly announced that they were paid off, and then consequently attacking a noble, that some part of that would play in his favor.
Here's the best way I can... I'm going to draw on the map for a second. The best way I can describe this is... Let me get freehand. Actually, let me get this. No, freehand. I'm going to ignore... You... This is the best way I can describe this situation. Everything that isn't Lothide is a potential... or Lothide is a potential spot of support. As of now, and as of several sessions ago as well, because I've mentioned before, Lothide and the Birds, Palace of Birdsong is the final act of this section of this adventure path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is why there have been points where I've heeded, warned you guys, etc., and I can add on to this now. Lothide and the Palace of Birdsong are essentially locked castle dictatorship.
Right.
Nothing in Lothide can be affected or bothered or be affected or turned towards your favor until A, you garner enough favor from everywhere else, which I've been keeping track of, and it is not there yet, or B, you just fully decide to attack the palace in of itself.
Okay.
So Loathheater and the palace are like the final mission that you need to unlock after doing everything else, or you can just hit the point of no return and go there and just fight.
And attack. Okay.
So that's I think where we are now. I think that is my best way to describe this. Everything within the green is your let's garner support, let's get people, and in character, the best way to describe this now is you're all coming to the realization that while yes, you can stay here, you can stay in Anna's house, you can stay in the estate, Loathheater and the Palace of Birdsong are quote-unquote impenetrable to your works until either you decide to full-blown attack or gather more allies.
Okay. Okay.
Which is why, which plays into the you could have rolled for rumors, but it wasn't going to do anything because the fact that it is such an iron hand rule over the town, over the city, that even if the civilians were to say something, it wouldn't matter because the guards would shut it down.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I think. Yeah, I guess my thinking was maybe if I started fracturing away at the loyalty, even if it is suppressed, like it would make some DC 35 check down to a DC 34 check in the long run. Like I'm trying to tackle it from a political intrigue perspective, but if the mechanical schema behind this is it's just that way, then I'll back off and just try to.
The mechanical rule is I don't have or / know the rules for allowing you to do rumors, so I'm locking down any activity in Loathheater until you garner enough support beyond Loathheater, or just attack the palace.
Okay. Yeah. Desmond's MO would be gathering support. But since we now know that I need to at least write letters to the other ones to maybe help bump that up maybe a little bit, then we'll go there. Once we've secured enough support, then we'll revisit spreading propaganda in Loathheater, I think is where I'm at. Sorry to take up so much time, guys.
No, you're good. Don't worry. I have a cliffhanger building.
Okay. I think Desmond would intentionally stay in this common area until Brom left him and Anastasia alone. Like he would refuse to retire before having a moment with Anastasia.
Okay. Eventually, I imagine Brom goes to his room. Oh, yep.
Yep. I will read the atmosphere to a certain extent, and I will retire to my room.
The way you phrase that, it's like, oh, you're third wheel and get out of here. It wasn't the vibe that I meant to shoot.
Well, it's the vibe that Brom got, so...
Okay. Desmond would look to Anastasia and say, it's very likely that this may be the last time in a while that you'll be able to spend time here. Do you agree?
I disagree. I was not anywhere near what happened with you and Brom.
Well, be that as it may, Taevanae was targeted. Gisarn saw Taevanae with you, Anastasia, and me, and Brom. Among us three, Gisarn already knows you and me. It doesn't take a quarter of a dunce to figure out that we're at least affiliated with each other. And if Taevanae is being targeted, that necessarily puts us in the iron sights of his plans.
So you're telling me I need to say goodbye to my sister because I won't be seeing her for a while?
I'm saying it's a risk, a very real possibility. And I don't want you to go through the pain of not having been able to say goodbye to somebody that is very close to you.
I suppose you're right. I've already had that happen once. Twice. So it's probably best to avoid that a third time.
Yeah. I don't feign to pretend to understand what Taevanae is going through. And it's clear to me that she's choosing to confide in you. But if you learned anything that can be considered vital to the party's well-being and survival, I trust that you will know to speak up. I will not pry, but we must be realistic with the opponents that are surrounding us.
I understand. I will talk to Taeve when that moment arises. I do not wish to share what others have confined in me, but I don't think she is unreachable when it comes to that kind of logic. And I think she would understand the importance of making sure we are all on the same page about the scenarios that can, would, and possibly will happen.
Alright. I suppose, I'll head to bed for the night. Are you going to stay up much longer, Anastasia?
Yes, I need to talk to my sister.
Alright. Did you want to leave tomorrow in the morning? Or sometime this evening?
I think if we leave before dawn, we should be fine. Make sure we're outside of the city before dawn. But where do you intend on us heading? Are we going back to the Bentley estate?
I don't see anywhere else that we can go without bringing unwelcome visitors to someone else's doorstep. if this is our battle, then they must come to us. We cannot bring danger to them. I don't think that would be fair politically.
What are the odds, would you say? And you see her face kind of changes a little bit. What are the odds, you think, that they would be inclined to pursue us if they found out we left?
Could I make a Desmond check? I don't know what that would entail.
Well, I'm just going to give you some basic information. You know that you've seen Guzarn beyond Lotheder. You know that he has the jurisdiction to leave the city and investigate. So if he's heading any sort of investigation, safe assumption.
Alright, well, then I'm going to say, as Desmond, it is more than a 90% chance.
What would you say to heading west instead of south?
Towards Lady Voynam?
Yes, but more specifically, the Voidwood.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I do not yet see the light at the end of the tunnel, so please continue explaining your plans.
Well, if your goal is to build support, one of the things that was mentioned to us was problems found in the Voidwood, and eliminating those problems to make the Voidwood a little bit safer could be beneficial to winning people to your side. Additionally, the Voidwoods are not exactly safe for those who aren't experienced in defending themselves in dangerous territories surrounded by dangerous things. It's very different compared to being in the city.
Alright, Anastasia. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down on the table. The long-term plan here is what we secured their loyalty in one fell swoop through the Voidwood, through the Crab's territory, swinging around and grabbing Okara's support. Is that sort of what you're aiming at?
Everyone that you spoke to at Bartleby's party would be the best people to have in your back pocket to seek full support for your... Oh god, what's the word? Ambiguity? I guess we'll just... what's that word?
Are you looking for, like, revolution?
No. Basically, I'll go back to Anastasia. Basically, by securing everybody, you can persuade easier with your innocence by having the support of other nobles in the area.
Before, I'm gonna cut in here a little bit. This conversation, we're skipping ahead in time a little bit to allow more planning. Planning will be done. I would like the others to be involved, obviously. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit at that point, and jump to the, we're gonna jump to the conversation with Anna and your sister. You go to her room after conversing plans with Desmond, and find yourself outside her door.
Okay, I will give her room a knock.
Come in.
Okay, I will step inside and gently shut the door behind me and just kind of lean against the door, staring at my sister. I have some news.
You can see she's at her desk, seemingly, with a, the feather pen, little ink bottle, and several pieces of paper in front of her. Yes, I've already been told that the streets are apparently not safe anymore, so I'm writing to some others to figure out what is going on.
I'm glad they shared that with you. I've learned recently that the people that I'm traveling with are in hardships with the town guard right now. And because I came into town with them, there's a good chance that I am being viewed in the same light that they are.
You see her take this deep breath, and then... What have you done now, sister? Do I need to write to the other nobles to get you out of this again?
No. My only harm is just general affiliation with them. But it is an affiliation I do not wish to break.
Is this a the less I know the better situation?
Yes, it is. I
Hmm.
really wish I could tell you more. But I would rather you not know and be safe than to know too much and be hurt. But with this, it does mean that I have to go away until we've cleared their names.
Well, the house will be here for when you come back. And once again, if you wish to take on some more legal work, we'll be here.
Hey. I promise one day you will not be running this place alone. But I have found unexpected friendships with these people. And as of right now, unjust things are happening to them. And while I'm not directly involved, I am very inclined to help. And I think right now the best help that I can offer them is a safe escape from the town without getting caught.
He, approaches you. He gives you a hug. And says, Just don't go dying on me, Anna. Don't leave me alone, please.
I won't, Chess. I love you too much to put you through any more heartache.
She kind of looks up at you. You can definitely see like there's a tear rolling down her face.
I wipe away the tear with my thumb.
Well, you can stay here for as long as you need to. Just stay safe.
We'll be gone before dawn breaks. If anybody comes and asks, I'd rather you not lie. But what I'd prefer you tell them is that the three of them departed early and you saw me leave in the morning. And I went out on some crazy adventure, or whatever excuse you use whenever I'm not at home.
She nods her head, then kind of solemnly goes back to the desk to, she dips the pen back in the ink, and then kind of leaving you to your own devices, where we will fast forward once more. Everyone finds themselves in their rooms, whether you're staying up late or forcefully finding yourself falling asleep just due to lack of sleep. You will all get the benefits of a rest, but as I said, I was building to a cliffhanger, and damn it, I'm going to cliffhang you guys no matter what, because I'm the cliffhanging king. In the middle of the night, Anna, you are awoken to the sound of not panic, but very quick rapping on your door. And the sound of a voice calling out to you, Lady Anastasia, wake up, please. It's urgent. And then knocking again, repeating the same thing, knocking again, repeating the same thing.
Yeah, I will get up and throw on my robe and hurry to the door.
As you throw open the door, you're met with your head guard, the captain of your own guard, which I imagine he has a lot nicer looking armor. He does have his weapon in hand, his standard. What would they have? They'd probably have spears or halberds, right?
Yeah, probably. Halberds are probably the most common thing for the town, so I'd say halberd.
So he does have a halberd in his hand. I am making it so right now that his helmet has a plumage on it, a feather plumage, which the other guards do not have. And he looks at you, and he says, you have to come with me quick. We spotted some Lotheed guards, a squad of Lotheed guards making their way to the estate. And he looks a bit hesitant before saying this next part, but he says it anyways and says, your sister was very adamant about heading them off. And she has been joined by some of our own guard and is making her way there now.
Did she say anything to you before she left?
She said something about protecting you.
Right. Go wake up Desmond and Brom and tell them it's time to go. And I will make a dash to Tave's room and probably bang twice and then throw open the door, slam it shut behind me, probably startle her awake and say, get dressed, we are leaving now.
And as you say that, you know me. You know what I'm doing. You know my methods and my cruelty and trickery. You guys are used to it, right? Maybe you are.
Trying to get me
Maybe
stressed
you're not.
about my sister, Theotis.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens with that. With a giant session 42.
Okay, I guess.
And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that then. You know, the master of cliffhangers has to end on a cliffhanger, and wouldn't be one of my games without it. Yeah, that's the session.
All right. Well, that was a shitty way to leave that lap pie, put me through all the emotions and then throwing my sister in danger. But I see how it is. All right. Well, that's how you're gonna leave it. We'll find everybody. Say goodbye to YouTube.
Goodbye.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone. And pie.
As always, good pie and stay sweet, everyone.